everyone. I think I'm just going to start billing myself as the only sane one on this broadcast.
Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin.
There we go. Cranky isn't cranky anymore. Alyssa's cranky.
You know what I want to see in the forest? I want to see a unicorn. Want all you want. Wish in one hand, but poop in the other.
Well, hello, fellow addicts. Welcome back to Addicts Live. Addicts Crew is back for the first time in 2020 to bring you Simpsons news and Saturday Smiles. I just like saying that because I know it makes Pat annoyed.
I always smile.
I'm Alissa, your resident head addict, and my co-hosts this week are our Monday Musings master, Super Safi.
Bonjour tout le monde from Quebec.
And he survived NOLA and lived to tell the tale, Patric.
Indeed. Yeah, no, since we last talked, we went to NOLA, almost died, and then won the Rose Bowl, almost died, and now I'm back to still no item limit increase. I'm sorry. I'll just get it out of the way now.
But nothing has made you almost die, is what we're...
No, it's all good.
All right, so you're good now. I saw on Facebook you were doing some heavy-duty sanding at your house.
Almost died. No. Excuse me.
Sand dust.
Yeah, that was not my wife's favorite thing to do. So yeah, we had many words over you can't not get dust when you sand walls. So she had to live with it. It was fun. It was good news is that was all ugly for a day, but now the walls and the ceilings are all done, and now we're down to trim only. Yay!
And you'll be finding drywall dust for months to come.
No, I think we'll be fine. I mean, I really think we'll be fine. I do. I have faith. My wife cleaned it very clean afterwards.
So did you guys name it Wonder Bat, or what's the name of your baseball bat?
yeah, that's Wonder Bat. All right.
All right. So this is the first time we're all getting together to record in the new year. So happy New Year, guys! It's still January, so I think I can get away with saying that still.
If you just watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, they just did a whole bit on that. It's not New Year anymore. Stop saying New Year. Stop it. Anyway,
I think you can get away with it through January.
Maybe it's possible.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Anything exciting besides the drywall dust? Anything else exciting going on?
No. More work.
Safi.
Excited Larry Walker just got inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yes, that was
First
good.
Canadian position player, second Canadian ever. So congrats
to
Larry Walker.
So Harold Reynolds
Harold
Reynolds was wrong, and Canadians do know how to play baseball?
We certainly do. We got two Hall of Famers to prove it.
Two.
7 more, we got ourselves a team.
You went to Costa Rica too, over
yes, I was in Costa Rica, went ziplining through the rainforest, had a wonderful time, relaxed and rejuvenated. And the nice pace of the previous event allowed me to go and still get all the prizes. So, it was a nice little weekend getaway.
That's the beauty of where we are now, is that if you want to go do something, you can tap your brains out for about an hour and be done.
Well, Pat, it's EA has been listening to you. You've been yelling for, I figured this out, Pat. You have officially been a part of this site now longer than anyone except for me and Wookie, but you've been writing longer than anyone except for me.
Maybe. I don't know.
You're there. You're there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I'm trying to think. I started writing in August of 2012, so you may still be ahead of me.
No, I mean you're on this site, not in general, not in TSTO in general.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're definitely ahead of me.
You have surpassed anyone on this site except for timeline-wise, except for Wookie and myself. Post-wise, just I'm the only one ahead of you.
Oh yes, no, I'm aware of that. And comments wise, nobody, just you and me and everybody else is in the dust. So
well,
yeah,
Safi's coming up close to the being ahead of Wookiee post wise as well, and yeah, so
Readers, I got over 1 million readers now as of last year. So
maybe we need to actually. Maybe we actually just need to build a statue to Wookiee and be done with it, and just say it was a good run. You know,
I know Wookster's likely listening, and he is super busy with life and school and all kinds of crazy things. So I'm hoping beyond hope that we get him over the summer. But I'm just hoping.
I know he wouldn't turn down a statue though if we built one.
He would not turn down a statue, I'm sure. But anyway. So we're back because we had an update in TSTO. New year, new mini event, and EA still does not have a calendar. But before we talk about Holidays of Future Past, I want to test your knowledge on a Holidays of Future Past quiz. Yes, guys, I actually wrote the quiz. I managed to do it. So for those listening and watching, this quiz will be available on the site for you to test your knowledge. Actually, it will have already been available because we're recording this on Tuesday, and the plan is for that quiz to go live on the site on Friday. So yesterday, if you're watching this site episode going live, so that's confusing for Pat. I'm, just like messing with his head.
It's not confusing anymore.
So as you're watching this... So as you're watching this, if you go back to the site yesterday, which was Friday, you will be able to participate in this quiz as well. So anyway, here's the quiz, guys.
But it's Tuesday. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did this as true and false to make it easy.
Okay.
So your options are true or false. All right, first question. Agnes Skinner, Superintendent Chalmers, and Hans Moleman are among the Springfielders frozen at the cryogenics facility with Grandpa Simpson.
I don't know.
See.
I'm gonna
No, true or false?
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go. Who'd you say? All the
Agnes Skinner, Superintendent Chalmers, and Moleman.
Oh, I'm gonna say false.
I'll go with true then.
It's true.
There we go. And we're off.
All right.
2020, no change.
In Holidays of Future Past, Martin Prince is now Martha Prince. True or false?
True.
Well, then I'll go with true as well.
Well, that one is false because it's Martha Princess.
Oh, shoot.
You a sneaky mom.
Listen, I gotta throw some trick ones in there.
That was a good one.
All right.
Well done. I should have gone on my gut and gone with false opposite.
It's been a while since I've written a quiz, so I had to make it a little sneaky. All right. Chalk outlines of Sideshow Bob and Duffman are on the floor at Moe's Tavern. True or false?
Sounds like a true. I'm going to go with that.
I'll go with false.
It's false. It's Sideshow Bob and Capital City.
100%. 100%. Keep it going.
All right.
We have a hit and miss lotto in Ontario where if you get them all wrong, you win the grand prize too.
I know, this is good.
Well, it's been a while too since you guys have had to do a quiz, so true or false?
The outcome has not changed. I've only won one of these things. I won one quiz one time, and I don't remember the date. I had a plaque made, but I don't know where the plaque is. But
I'll get you a trophy, a finger trophy.
Yeah.
Carl and Lenny switched brains. True or false?
That is true.
False.
It is true.
Well done.
All right.
I just wanted to go the opposite of Pat.
Last question. For the I don't even know who's in the lead anymore. I think you're both. Safi's got 2. 2-1.
Yeah.
Zia's Ultranet room has posters of scientists and Lisa Simpson. True or false?
It sounds like a true.
False.
It's true.
Ooh,
yes!
Ties it up.
I pulled into a tie. Yes. So now we debate: should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame? No.
Yes.
That's the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's it. We're just going to debate. No,
All right, so now that we did the quiz, let's get on with the event talk. So Holidays of Future Past mini event hit our games last week. We've got another week left. As you're watching this, you've got a few days left.
False. Oh, sorry.
So
I know that's actually true, but yeah.
Thoughts on the mini event overall?
Which of us is going to go?
Yin.
Yin.
Go, Pat. Let's go Yang.
Bad news bear first.
All right. No, there's nothing to say. I mean, everybody knows how I feel about it. I wrote about it in the last Friday filler, and I won't even write about it in this next Friday filler. So there you go. No, I don't like the premise. I don't like this episode, actually. I don't like so many things about the whole concept, and I just think it's poorly executed. There's no reason to do it. It's the stuff we get is fine. It's good. It's whatever. But it's kind of, Ebron said it. It's junk stuff. They haven't increased the item limits. Who cares? I don't care. There's nothing magic about anything that was there. And again, without beating it to death, too late. The scale of the buildings and things just are completely off the map. If you line them up next to each other, if you take each one and line them up next to each other, it's like, what perspective are we using? Do we need, some education and perspective of drawing? The whatever. That's enough. It was easy. There you go. I was able to tap through it really quickly. So, with no guilt whatsoever. Just bing, 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 bing. Store. The two kids are funny, but we all know, as I said on Friday, they may or may not exist. So there you go. They may or may not pop in and out of my game. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'll agree somewhat in that I'm a little under.
Don't agree. You're Yang. Get your Go ahead.
Yang your way through it.
Yeah.
No, but it is a yin yang in the sense that I kind of differ in where I see the issue. So I have no problems with there being different time point variations of characters and having people from future Simpsons there, along with baby Simpsons and current Simpsons. So for me, that's not an issue. I don't mind that part at all. For me, the dialogue's not as good as some of the other past ones. The characters, I still haven't unlocked the two kids yet. Though by the time this is airing, I should have hopefully unlocked them by then. But as of Tuesday, I have still not unlocked the two kids, so I can't comment on them and how funny they are, as Pat mentioned. But so far, the prize track, going through the first 4 prizes, it's a little underwhelming, nothing too exciting. Premium content, there was nothing really amazing that I was so super excited about. So for me, it was more so it's the dialogue and the prize content that's a bit of a letdown, as opposed to the fact where they come from. I have no issues or qualms with that. So overall, I mean, it's the run-of-the-mill mini event format, easy to tap when you're busy with life or traveling or whatever. So I have no complaints with that. But usually, we've had some great mini events like Cheddar Barrel Farms and other ones where they bring you so much good stuff and good characters and good content. I just didn't feel that this time, and good dialogue. So that's where I kind of stand on it.
I mean, there's so many characters that we haven't gotten. I mean, as your bracket battles prove, for them to go this deep in another layer of the same characters that we all have is just lazy. I didn't go to the premium. I have plenty of donuts. I didn't buy the premium. The two Mars and the other thing didn't match in color, so you couldn't really put them next to each other. It's kind of like, there were so many places that they just kind of half-assed it. It's like, who cares, And I just don't. They did give me the option not to have an extra Homer and an extra Marge wandering around my town, and I took that option. I didn't buy it. There you go. It was easy.
So I disagree with both of you. I like this mini event.
There's only yin or yang. No. So where are you in the middle?
He's
What's
the
the third
line
one?
that separates.
I'm the line in the middle of the black and white cookie. I like this mini event. As longtime readers of the site will know, outside of Homer at the Bat, my favorite episodes of the show are the future episodes. I love them. I love everything about them. Having future versions of the characters walking around my town does not bother me one bit, especially since they gave us the quantum tunnel, and I have a totally separate area of my Springfield that's future Springfield, where you have to go through the quantum tunnel to get there. So the characters walking around Springfield are just walking around Springfield because, they fell out of the quantum tunnel. That's all. That's how I justify it in my head. But most of the time they stay in future Springfield because they have tasks at future Simpsons house. That's how you get them to stay there. So
did you mix like troll dolls with your Barbie dolls when you were growing up? Were you one of those? Were you one of those people? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, sorry, about how Alissa and I became yin and yang, because both of our favorite episodes are Homer at the Bat. But for me, the next favorites are the past episodes, like the way we were. So for you, it's the future episodes.
No. I like the past episodes. You can't go forward. You can go back.
I like the future because the show's been on for 30 years. I'd like to know what would have happened if time didn't stand still in Springfield. But I will agree with Safi. The dialogue is terrible with this event. I don't know what the hell happened. It's like they were tripping on some kind of acid or mushrooms or doing something funky in California when they wrote this. This dialogue is bizarre, even by Simpsons writer standards. It is bizarre. So I will give you both that. It is terrible dialogue. But listen, first of all, Pat, you've been saying for years and years, because you've been writing since 2012, so 8 years.
I know there's a reason she's going to bring this up, but yeah.
But how people need to not take this game so seriously, need to get a life, and need to, slow down on the tapping. Well, the game allows you to do that right now. So we should all be praising the game. They're listening to you.
I'm actually at that point. Yes.
But also, the prize track has 5 unique prizes, right? They may not be the greatest prizes ever to walk the face of the earth, but it's 5 unique prizes. We've all been bitching for the last 6 to 8 months that prize track has 3 new prizes, sometimes 2 new prizes, and there's no returning items on this prize track. There's no donuts. There's no land tokens. It is 5 unique prizes.
I'm really having to edit myself right now because I want to tell a bad joke about like cat poop, dog poop, bird poop, but I'm not going to do that. Those are all unique prizes, but they're all poop.
Listen, they're unique prizes. I actually appreciate them because the South Pole goes with the South Pole stuff we got in a previous event. It actually finishes my future area, quite honestly. And the size of the Ultranet is okay because it is the Ultranet. It should be big. But that's kind of where I stand on that. I'm actually a fan. I mean, this is a mini event. Mini events have replaced level updates. And there were some level updates that sucked and some level updates that were great. But at the end of the day, they were level updates. This is not the grand poobah of TSTO. These are just the little fillers that get you through. And yeah, there have been some that have been better. Flanders Family Reunion was a good one. Cheddar Barrel Farms was a good one. But this, in the scheme of things, is a pretty good event.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that there's 5 new items. There's no returning item.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the 5 items.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't unlocked the kids yet, but so I'm sure I'm going to love the kids.
Yeah, no, the kids are good. The kids are good. The kids are good if they actually exist.
The kids are all right?
Yeah, the kids are all right if they actually exist. The weird part for me, even with the kids dialogue.
There's no need to get choked up.
I'm sorry. I read to the Head Start kids last Wednesday, and one of those little buggers gave me some chest coldy thing. They're cute, but man, they're like, they're germ factors. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, no, case in point of how weird it is to have these different versions wandering around is when the kids show up. You'll see this, Safi. They have the crappy version of Bart that's not their dad. It's not their uncle. It's like some weird version. It's like when President Lisa is going to ride the hoverboard and the skateboard. No, that's not the version that's actually doing it in the show. So
Well, I
find
told you the dialogue sucks. I
three.
concur.
Well, give me another. Well, that's actually not just the dialogue; it's the actual quest line as well. So give me another Lisa. Give me another Bart if you want to make it really accurate. I guess my concern is not so much this event being good or bad. It's that it sets up what we're going to be looking for in 2020, and that is a little disconcerting. This is now a full 13 months, going on 14 months of the same format. So
mini events replaced level updates like 4 years ago. So you're going to have mini events no matter what.
Now, mini events are fine. I'm saying about how they roll them out. More importantly, last year, as you just said, some of the best events we had were mini events. This one just didn't hit it. It just did not hit it. When we were rating our favorite events of the year, we all agreed that Flanders Family was probably the best event we got, and it was a mini event. You know, you can be creative, but you can be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, either way. But I mean, it's like
it was mini events. Yeah, my top 4 were mini events.
Yeah, me too. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. Again, as I said in Friday's filler, I said, thank goodness we had an event. I was happy that we got an event because we could be into Grandpa Lull season here, where we don't do anything for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. So I
just don't know what you guys want. We complain that their prize track is full of retreads, crap, donuts, and stuff nobody wants. So they put prizes on there, and it may be a prize you want or you don't want, but it's not a retread, and it's not donuts, and it's not lazy. So I don't know what you want.
I think it's lazy.
I think setting a bar, and
I think it's lazy as heck. Because the fact is, there's a ton of other characters and other episodes they could have pulled from, and they keep duplicating the same.
I don't know. You keep setting the bar, and EA gets to it, and you yank it away from them. I mean, you tell them what you want, and then you get mad when they do it.
No, I think last year with the lull, we lowered the bar a ton, and we were like so excited to have anything that then we kind of like started going, and then Flanders Family came along and was like, oh yeah, this is great. But then the major events were not great. So we're I want to see where it goes. I'm cautiously optimistic that we had an event. And let's just put it this way. Now that we've done another future world, there's only so many more future things they can do. So I might be done with it. I don't never have to complain about this again.
We still need you.
It kind of does feel like that, where like almost like Superheroes 3, where it's like, okay, we got these leftover prizes that we didn't use last time because they weren't good enough to make the cut. Let's just put them all together in one event.
Right.
But some of the complaints we've had, and I remember them well, aside from the prize track, was the stuff wasn't cohesive. It didn't all fit from one episode. Well, this stuff all fits from one episode. It's all from the same episode. Every item in this event is from, with the exception of the returning items, but that's just returning stuff that was already there. Every item, all the prizes, the premium content, they're all from the same event. They're all from the Holidays of Future Past episode. Every item. So something we've been complaining about, that stuff wasn't cohesive. It didn't fit together. It didn't work together. We just got an update with everything working together, everything being cohesive to one episode.
You have convinced me 100%. I'm now changing my letter grade from a C- to a C+.
I'm just saying, you know.
I know what you're saying.
They can be lazy. I get it. It's not, it's not Stonecutters. I get it, but it's for a mini event. It's not bad. It's got things in it that we've been asking for them to do.
If you like the event, that's the problem. If you like the event, so let's start with that. Didn't like the event. Okay, now let's go to the actual writing. Crappy. Okay, that's 0 for 2. Now let's go to the size and where stuff ends up being in Springfield. Okay, where in a real Springfield does it go? Nowhere. Okay, good. So you have to create an extra Springfield. I would do that, except I have no item limits left. I got nowhere to go.
Well, you're
So
just
now
bitter
I'm
you
all
have no item
for.
limits.
Well, at some point they have to address this. At some point, when you have Ebron, who is the nicest person in the world and the design queen of all time, saying the exact same thing, didn't play it, don't care, item limits, blah. I'm on Ebron's team.
But I think you guys would feel differently. One, if your item limits. If your item limits were fine, I feel like you'd feel differently. But Ebron was one of the people complaining that the prizes didn't go together. This event, every prize is from the same damn episode. They all go together. So I don't know what you want.
Let me reiterate: bad episode, bad prizes, and horrible dialogue. There we go. Pick a better episode to start.
That's one cranky old man's opinion.
It is very much. Pick a better episode.
I mean, I think we just need Hugh, which is not from this episode, so it doesn't make sense if Hugh appeared in this update. Future Millhouse, and then we need future Ralph, because he's funny. Future Nelson. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff you can add to this.
With Future Ralph, you could actually have something funny where you hit it like a whack-a-mole, and then it pops up somewhere else. And then you hit it again, and it pops up again. The bottom line is, look, I don't think they're going to get any more creative than they are right now in how these things roll out. And so the best thing you can do is hope that they pick a really good episode. And you like the episode, I hate the episode, so there you go. I mean, when I read the synopsis before I watched it again, and I thought, well, this is a crappy synopsis, and this doesn't make any sense. And then I watched the episode, I went, oh, yeah, that's right, this doesn't make any sense. That episode jumps all over the place. It's so all over.
Well, originally that was going to be the series finale of the show, because when that episode came out, that was when Fox was basically canceling the show because of the money issues, and the show wasn't making enough money, and then the writers wanted the staff, the writers, everybody wanted too much money. After that episode aired, they worked everything out and they resolved it, so they were able to. That was not the series finale, but that's why it's the way that
I didn't know that, and that really makes a lot of sense now. It's like
that's tied up a lot of like loose ends.
That's the way it felt.
That's why.
Okay, well, great. That's something I want to memorialize. The almost death of the show. Let's make it the Ultranet, and then let's go to the future and see if anybody really exists. I don't know. It's great.
So, well, let's jump to what does this update say for content coming in 2020? We already know what Pat's gonna say.
I really don't know. I am optimistic that they continue to listen, but no, the format's going to stay the same, folks. Let's get down to that. We know the format's going to stay the same, like it or not. They are not, Bob the pizza delivery dude isn't even working part-time now. So we'll see how everything else goes.
I mean, 4-week events are great. Honestly, 4 weeks is perfect. It's just the structure has been terrible. And we all agree that the structure is good once in a while. It's bad all the time.
It just needs some wrinkles. That's all. Yeah. I mean, I laid out a really good episode, with the NOLA episode. And I was using that really as it could be anything, interject any location or any episode. But talking about a great episode, that would be a great episode to do a mini event on or an event on, because you've got so many buildings, so many different things to do, so many different things you could do, creatively with beads and all kinds of other stuff. The point is they aren't going to do it. I hate to say it, they are not going to go to that level. So they may do it, but it's going to be 4 mini events stacked into one 4-week thing.
My thing with that is it becomes almost like an around the world event where you're getting actual buildings from like real life NOLA as opposed to like Springfield buildings, or caricatures of real life, if you will. And but as far as like the structure, I have no problems with the mini event structure, the format. For me, I think the dialogue was the biggest thing that was kind of missing here. Having all new content's great, but the fact that they have to mix that in with such poor dialogue, it just didn't feel very good. Like we've had I'm hoping that they didn't change writers in 2020 and that we go back to the writing from last year. I have no qualms with mini events at all. I love them. Love the structure, love the ease in which you could play. But yeah, just get better ranked to tie it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I hope that they'll listen and add some wrinkles to updates again. I mean, it's pretty stale when it's the same thing over and over again. 4 weeks is great. We all agree 4 weeks is great. We don't need 6-week events anymore because those were awful. But you need some kind of wrinkle, something that players, we don't necessarily want easy games. We want something with a little bit of structure. We like puzzles. We like something to do. We like something to figure out. It's fun. It makes the game fun.
I don't understand. To that point, I don't understand why they got away from like the creatures and things that were running around your town. I don't think that was hard to program. And once they've got that into their logic, as a programming person, once you have something in your logic, just change whatever the button is and have it reference a different graphic. It's not hard. And so I don't understand why, again, the laziness, and it really is laziness, unless it really is a headroom thing where they are not going to commit to more server space. They're not going to commit to any more, they're trying to keep us at some kind of a mini level on how they do stuff. And it may be, again, why they're not giving us updates of more content or more item limits. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me at all because the item limit is literally you or me, Safi, could go into the back end and in about a half a minute and a half a click go, that, boom, done. And we'd be out. It'd be over.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do too with the devices that support the game. I think there are still a lot of older devices that play the game, and whenever they try to phase those devices out, people blow their lid. They flip out. They don't like it. It's like you've got so many devices now, and they're out all the time, and they're constant, and everything's updating. I mean, I've gotten in the last 3 weeks, I probably have gotten 4 updates on my phone alone. So the fact that but the fact that all these devices are updating, it's hard for them to maintain this big long list of stuff. So I think that in order to up item limits, which is easy to do, and add more land and do all kinds of things like that, they have to cut loose some of those older devices. And if you're one of those people that are playing on an iPhone or a tablet that's 6-7 years old, sorry, eventually everything gets outdated. I'm sorry.
But it should be an individual situation where your device slows down because it can't handle the load, as opposed to just, saying, look, we're not going any higher for anybody, period. I get it. If you have the option, it's kind of like your phone. You fill your phone up with pictures, it runs like crap and whatever. It's the same thing with these kinds of situations. Up it by 200, up it by 500 items in a year. I mean, we're coming up on a year now. It's been, because last time they updated it was April, as I recall. And that was only 100 clicks at that point. I don't get it. And it affects people. That's the thing. It really does affect players that like to design. There's no reason for me to get stuff at this point. I don't care. I have to sacrifice something every time I put something down now. So
that's why they gave you unlimited storage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly. So before we wrap up,
which is actually on another server, by the way.
The $2 million questions. 1, will they bring back the Golden Goose Realty in 2020? And 2, do we think we'll see a Valentine's Day update next month?
I don't care about Gold Goose because I have it, and I understand why they would if they're not going to increase item limits and give us more land tiles. But they should, because there's a lot of people that don't have it. So I will say they should bring it back. Make it a 200 donut item or something, but they should bring it back. Valentine's, I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, we will get Valentine's. It'll be on April 1st.
Still don't have a calendar.
I agree completely with Pat on the first question. I already have it, but it'd be nice to give it to everybody else, give everyone else an opportunity to get it. And then for the second one, we've only had 2 true Valentine's Day events, if I'm not mistaken, right? Three? Okay. Yeah, so then I was gonna say it's about time we get a third one. So now I'm gonna go change my answer and say no, we're not getting one. We've already had three.
Three's too many. Unless you're Jacques.
Three's just right. Yeah. It'd be nice, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
So, yeah, I think we'll probably see something different next month, and I do think they'll bring Golden Goose back. On a side note, I will be in Disney starting February 1st. So if an update hits the first week of February, sorry guys, you are on your own because I am not cutting my vacation to do TSTO. Not cutting my Disney vacation to do TSTO.
When do you get back?
The Friday. So we're going Saturday to Friday.
So what are the dates?
The 1st to the 7th, I think it is.
What are the dates that could happen?
Probably that Wednesday. It'll probably happen that Wednesday, which is the 5th. I think it's the 5th.
Yeah, 5th.
So, anyone else have anything they'd like to add for holidays of future past?
Speaking of the future, I won't be here on the 5th either. Oh no,
it's up to you, on your own. You're on your own.
Charlotte, North Carolina that day.
Oh well.
I will be in Magic Kingdom. You're on your own. The cool thing is we're going to go to the Super Bowl parade, the MVP parade on that Monday, which will be really neat. But
nice.
It'll be better than the Sugar Bowl parade, I'll tell you that.
I'll be in Magic Kingdom on Wednesday, so if an update hits, sorry guys. But does anyone have anything they'd like to add before we wrap this up and I go deal with a crying 4-year-old?
No. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't know she was crying. What are you doing down there, you abusive mother?
She's in bed. She wants her mom.
Oh. No. Again, I'm cautiously optimistic that we will continue to get regular updates. I'm pragmatic that they will be the same updates we've had in the last 13 months. I'll continue to play. I'll continue to do whatever and hang in there. I have a whole bunch of wailing walls that I can store that I bought at that point. I was going to share with you, and I will on the Friday filler as well, that my percentages are going down because I dump wailing walls to be able to place items that I win. And so my percentages are going down. Now I'm almost down to 1,200% now. I was up to almost 1,400, but it's hilarious because it's just it's a zero-sum loss game at this point. Yeah, it's détente at best. So anyway, that's we'll see how it goes.
What do you got, Saf?
Nothing really much for closing remarks. I'm hoping I'm pretty happy with the way the game is going with mini events. I'd like to see some more mini events. I was okay with them having more than 6 mini events last year and fewer than 6 major events. Let's hopefully we see that, and just want to say a happy 1st birthday to my niece and happy 4th birthday to my nephew next week.
Nice.
Happy
the 26th and 29th.
Well, guys, I think that's going to be everything from us. So we will see everyone on the next show, hopefully with a good update. Something fun to talk about, something complex to talk about, I hope. Otherwise, we'll just be back here yelling at each other again. So
let's hope it's something in the future, in the past, in the future of the past. So.
But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see everyone on the next show. I'm going to go deal with a crying 4-year-old and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.
Breathe.
Thanks for listening. Remember, you can always catch us at tstoaddicts.com for everything TSTO, The Simpsons, and beyond. You can also find us on Twitter and Facebook at TSTOaddicts. Until next time, friends.